Hello Internet, I'm Shane Ormond. Welcome to Feck TV, the technology show without a tech line.
And I'm Noel Byrne. Coming up tonight, Gerard's butler, tired of being confused with Gerard Butler.
Also, the Pope Benedict says gay marriage is ruining the world. Racism is still fine though.
And this on Christmas Day, how well hung was Jesus from the cross?
Merry Christmas, Noel.
Same to you. Do you know what we have? Since it's Christmas Day is my tie. It makes a Christmas song.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you know what? We should just play that over the whole show.
I'll just keep pushing it, yeah.
Yeah, just constantly. Beep, beep, beep.
It doesn't stop for a while.
Yeah.
Well, since it is Christmas Day...
It is just going to play, isn't it?
Since it is Christmas Day, we recorded a special that really doesn't stop.
I can't believe they're making us work on Christmas Day, man.
I know, it's so tough.
This is ridiculous.
There's only fools who do it. We recorded a special Christmas video over the weekend, so we're just going to play it now, and we choreographed it all ourselves.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you, wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We filmed that in Noel's house during the week there.
Yeah, I was delighted. It was the bit at the end is the best part with the no singing and us just dancing.
Yeah, I like that. I didn't know we were Canadian.
Yeah, we go South Park at the weekends.
Your head is getting looser.
Basically, there's an app called Elf Yourself, and you can download it for iPhone, and you basically put images. You can either upload an image there and then, or you can take one from Facebook, or if you have one on your phone, and you insert your head into the placeholder, and then you become the elf. So that actually wasn't us. That was...
Oh, the seamlessness of technology.
Yeah, I thought I was watching a Peter Jackson movie myself.
Magic. So did I.
But you can also, if you don't have an iPhone, you can access it on the internet. If you just Google Elf Yourself, because the address is really random.
Are we recommending this app, or is it one of the apps we're not recommending?
I'd recommend it. I think children get a good kick out of it.
Now, there was something that you told me earlier that I found quite funny. It's a free app, but unfortunately to download the video, you have to pay.
Yeah, you can post it straight from the website to Facebook. Yeah. That's free. But if you want to download it, like I did, it costs $1.
So you actually paid $1 for that?
Yeah.
That's the
it's
largest...
about 70 or 80 cent.
That's the largest amount of money we've ever spent on an episode.
Yeah, we just blew the budget.
We're actually going to have to end the show now.
So
that's all we have money for.
Good luck.
Anyway.
You went to see The Hobbit recently.
I did. Much to my despair.
You took notes.
I took notes. This started about a year ago, and the Hobbit trailer was released, and I was in South Korea at the time. Amazing trailer. There was this incredible atmosphere, and there was this wonderful song over it, this really deep, throaty song about the Dwarven Mountains. It was...
Deep throat.
Yeah, and I got really excited about it, like very, very excited. And I generally only get excited about one movie a year. So I wasted all my excitement on this one movie. And one of the things that I was excited about was Peter Jackson said it was going to be like a slower movie. They were going to, enjoy being hobbits and dwarves, and they were going to sing songs around the fire. And I thought that was cool. It turns out to be the biggest pile of crap ever.
Is it really that bad?
It's really that bad.
I've seen some people who quite liked it. I spoke to them.
I have as well, and I wonder, is it because I was expecting so much that I think so little of it?
So you overhyped it in your own head?
I overhyped it in my own head.
So it's your fault, not Peter Jackson?
No, it's an awful film. It's really bad, especially when you compare it to, like, I love the Lord of the Rings films. They're one of my favorites. But this was awful. It was so boring, and I couldn't wait for it to end. The acting was really awkward. Gandalf Ian McKellen just seems like he's doing a Gandalf impression rather than acting
It's
like
kind of
Gandalf.
a parody of itself.
Yeah.
Is it because they've dragged it out over 3 movies that now
I think so.
at least one of the films is going to suffer?
There's a thing Bilbo says in like Lord of the Rings that when he's feeling a little ill, he says he feels like he's too little butter spread over too much bread. And that's kind of what the film feels like. It's really stretched out. It looked awful. Half the stuff are CGI and half the stuff are real. So you
It is Middle Earth. Where were you expecting them to fight?
New Zealand, but like they transition in one scene would be like a set and then it would go to a CGI scene and it kept jarring you out of the action. And then Gandalf would be Ian McKellen and he'd be like, hey, I'm Ian McKellen. And then he'd start running and he'd turn into a 3D model and it was like really obvious.
Okay.
And because you film, like when you shoot in 3D, it makes the screen a lot darker because you got those like dark glasses on. So they shot everything in really bright colors and like it just doesn't work. It's all really gaudy and awful. You know, Avatar always looks like Avatar.
Yeah.
I mean, say what you like about that film's story, but I think Avatar itself holds up as a much better unit of a film than this does.
And did they use the same camera as in Avatar? Not the exact same, but same technology?
No, Peter Jackson was just arsing around. I think he was using a 48 frames per second camera, which is what everyone's talking about.
What's a film normally filmed in?
I'm not sure, less than that. Okay. But it like everything was really detailed, but then that ended up making everything look really fake. Like they looked like set dressings and they looked like actors. The dwarves were like, you know, they had the head of like Jason Nesbitt, and then it would be a dwarf acting the body, but the dwarf's obviously not as good an actor as Jason Nesbitt.
James Nesbitt.
Yeah, James Nesbitt.
You call him Jason.
So you just have like this dwarf kind of doing this with his arms. I know I'm annoying Martin by doing this now. But there's a dwarf doing this with his arms, and then he's being really serious up here with his head.
Okay, so the bodies are kind of like those the tall inflatable things that are like...
Yeah, the wavy, inflatable
objects.
arm man, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I did like some bits out of it, I'm not going to lie. Because I do like Martin Freeman. I thought a lot of it was awkward, but when he was being funny, that was the only time I enjoyed the film. There's a part where he talks to James Nesbitt for a bit, and you almost see like emotions, like for the one time in the film. And just the dialogue and everything was shocking.
Did Jackson write the script himself?
I have no idea. I don't know who wrote this. They actually used the phrase out of the frying pan into the fire in like a big battle scene. It's like, one guy goes, oh, we're out of the frying pan. And then Gandalf goes,
he's Scottish?
And we're into the fire. They're dwarfs, they're all Scottish.
Okay.
Or Northern Irish.
What would you give the film out of 10?
If I was being generous, I'd give it a 6. If I was being mean, I'd give it a 4, depending on how my mood was going.
Okay, so you wouldn't recommend it as, tomorrow St. Stephen's Day film to just chill out and watch?
From what I've heard, the majority of people who have gone to see it have loved it.
Is it that you're too diehard of a fan? Have you read the book?
Just a whiny baby. Yeah, I've read the book. I love the book.
You're a diehard fan.
Yeah. I was just upset by the whole thing. And it broke all the records for money taken by the last Lord of the Rings films as well. And I presume it did very well away from that as well.
Okay. So you're not really...
No, it really depresses me. Even just talking about it now on the show, I'm getting really sad and upset. I went home the night and I was in an awful mood. I refused to talk to my wife all night. And
is that bad?
Yeah, she was like, do you want a cup of tea? And I was like, oh, fuck off, The Hobbit was bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Shane's non-recommendation of The Hobbit film. Okay, well, moving on. As we said, since it's Christmas Day, which we keep seeming to harp on about.
Yeah.
Really hitting home that fact.
I do want to be at home with my family. I had pot noodle for dinner there.
Oh, nice. You might have got various gifts, and every year people just give stupid presents.
I get aftershave every year from my relatives, and I'm allergic to aftershave. And I tell them every year I'm allergic to aftershave, and I get like 6 aftershaves then every year. And then one year we did this thing where instead of getting like one little present from everyone, one person will get you a big present, kind of like a Secret Santa thing. And so I was like, okay, so aftershave makes me, rash out. And I'm like, I'm going to get a good present this year. Got me really expensive, really smelly aftershave.
Nice. I'm
awful.
allergic to pigs.
You're allergic to pigs?
Yeah. I found out when I was like 6, I went to a piggery. I was sick for like a week. But I can eat bacon and rashers and sausages and everything.
How does that work? Do pigs have hair, or like how do you get pigs in your system?
If you're around a pig farm, I guess. I haven't been back, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not allergic to pigs anymore.
That sounds like a hack diagnosis, really, to be honest. It's just pigs.
No, but I went to a piggery. You know how you go on really shitty school tours when you're in like junior infants and senior
Yeah,
infants.
yeah.
We went to like a fire brigade place, a pig farm, and I think we were brought to a shop.
This is the shop.
It was just sick.
Did they make you pay for your own?
Of course they
stuff in
did.
the shop?
But you see, back in the day, it was like if you had £1, you could buy like a drink, a bar, a packet of crisps,
Oh,
a
yeah,
chocolate
yeah.
bar.
And you get a whole bag. You get 100 sweets for £1.
Okay.
Mental. The sweet economy back then. Thriving.
Crazy. And everything seems so much bigger. But anyways, moving on, because that was a complete tangent. So you might have got useless gifts as a child. And a couple of them I came across during the week. Now, at first, I thought these were genuine. But they're from a website called prankpack.com. And you basically go on and you get this box about, a foot long. And it has a design of a product on it. But the box is actually empty. So the joke is that you put something else useless in it. But we've got a couple of them here that we can show you on screen. One is called the eye arm, and the other one is called a beer beard, which we're going to look at first. So there it is.
Oh, I like the beer
Take
beard.
one on the chin. So basically it'd be a fake beard, and then underneath the beard you'd have that much space for alcohol,
Yeah.
and you just fill it up
Was
with
he,
alcohol.
was he mowing the lawn there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But as I said, these aren't real presents. And then the second one is iArm, which I just think could be quite handy. So you basically, sit the iPad up off your arm, or a plate of dinner, or
Yeah.
various remotes.
I like the plate of dinner one because I do struggle with eating dinner while watching telly.
Do you just put it on your lap?
You
or
put it on the
pillow?
lap and it's too far away from
I
you.
always just put it on a pillow on my lap.
But then when it's on the pillow, the plate is like
You just
uneven
never
and
have
it's
it.
coming towards you.
So you'd be able to eat it like this.
Yeah. What time is it? Oh, it's dinner time.
Hey! But that led you to discover real products that are equally
Yeah.
insane.
I say I really like this, but the flask tie. Can we throw up the flask tie on the page here? Flask tie is basically a tie, and it has what they call the flask bladder TM inside it, which you can then fill with alcohol and partake of it discreetly throughout the day.
So you'd basically use a tie, such as the one I'm wearing, and then hide alcohol behind it.
He's just looking him dead in the eye, and he's like, "I dare you to say something about this." My problem with this product is someone who needs to drink a pint of alcohol to get through the workday probably isn't. This isn't a fun present you're getting them. This is like really
This is
depressing.
driving their alcoholism.
Alcoholics present, yeah. It comes in a variety of colors, so you want to look your best when you're in a pile of your own vomit at the end of the day. But they had a previous product that they brought out last year, which was called Pillow Tie. Mm-hmm. I don't have a picture of that because it's pointless.
But I'll show it. It just inflates and you dress like that.
Yeah, but it's the exact same product, except instead of putting alcohol in the bladder, you just blow it up. And it's the same thing, and they just brought it out as two different things. And then, you rest on the tie.
Did you check how much these were?
I think it was about €15.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. I don't want any of my family buying that, so I tried to stay away from it.
The other one is for cycling enthusiasts. Slash
Drinking
alcoholics.
enthusiasm. It's called, this is actually probably the best bit about it, it's called the handlebar minibar. And all you do is you cut off the rubber end of your handlebars on either side. And then
And you pour red liquid into it.
yeah, nondescript red liquid into this vial. It's only 5 milliliters.
Which
so-
is about, what did I say, about a seventh of a shot?
Yeah, that's not a lot at all. But if you were drunk and you were trying to stay drunk, that might
You
keep
teeter
you.
on the edge of drunk and sober.
Yeah, that might keep you from getting sober. Like if you had to go see your mother-in-law or something, just straight into the eye.
So you could probably actually do that yourself onto your bike.
Yeah, just cut off the handlebars and pour some whiskey in there, and just try not to wobble too much.
Is it illegal to drive a bike? And
Drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Like
it is. It's
cycle.
just it's not as widely punished.
I've been told it is illegal.
Yeah, it is. It's very illegal.
Is that from experience or?
No, I know a guy who crashed into a police car when he was drunk driving
it
a
parked?
bicycle. Yeah, he was just
Brilliant.
by a traffic light.
He should have been wearing the flask tie, and then that'd be. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're pretty much out of time, so I'm just going to quickly show this week's useless app. And you know what? As the weeks go on, I'm finding it harder and harder to find useless apps.
Are you saying they're getting less useless?
Yeah, they're becoming more useful. So next year we're going to change this item to useful app. So basically this one is called iBeer and it is available on the iPhone and Android. There it is. So basically it loads up. It looks like a weird nipple.
Yeah. Can I press it?
You can press it.
I do like pressing the button. There you go. It's a robot.
And then it
filling up
makes
this beer.
robot noises and your phone fills up with drink and then you can pour it
That's
and it
brilliant.
empties and then it burps.
I had a go of this earlier and the glass broke.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens.
Can you try and make the glass break?
No.
Just a klutz.
So, just to let people know if they are downloading it, that is in fact not real alcohol, and it's non-alcoholic,
It's gluten free as well, so that app is safe for celiacs.
and it's suitable for vegetarians. So you can give it to your granny at Christmas as she gathers around the table.
Just the app. She doesn't have an
Just the
iPhone. Just little voucher for the iPhone store.
Okay, so that's it for this week's FeckTech, and indeed for this year. That's it until 2013.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for watching.
Brr.